Hello friends, welcome to FC lecture. In my last lecture we have seen caste system and inequalities caused by it. Now we are moving on to intergroup conflicts. In intergroup conflicts we are going to see communalism, we are going to see caste system, casteism, linguism and then regionalism. The first one is communalism. Now see, this communalism is derived from the word commune, means to come together, but in India it is used in negative connotation, that is making people apart, making two religious communities apart, you can say. Now see, India is a multicultural society and there exist several groups and they live with very good cooperation, you can say, and in peace and harmony, but at times there are conflict and that conflict leads to violence, and then finally there is lawlessness and disorder in the society. Now see, according to Prabha Dikshit, this communalism is nothing but a political thing, which makes the use of cultural as well as the religious issues and brings down, you can say, to a political end. Now see, communalism is not new to India. It was in existence long back for centuries and centuries, but in 1947 it was at its peak when partition of India took place and formation of Pakistan took place. Alright. Now see, these communal riots take place because of the antisocial activities done by certain religious groups. And see, even in you can say West Asia is also sweeping down this Muslim, you can say Muslim or antisocial acts, and because of that also it is prevailing in India. Now see, there are various factors which are responsible for the factors affecting communalism. First one is growth of communal organization. These growth of communal organization actually instigate communalism, right? Then political parties. Political parties from the back door support the communal activities. Absence of uniform civil code. As there is absence of uniform civil code, certain minority religions get benefit whereas other don't, and that is why there are communal rights. Apart from that, the inflammatory speech given by the fundamentalist and the religious leaders instigate communal violence. Then local problem, say for example, you can always say molestation of a woman of one community by the man of other community leads to a local problem, and which can then further lead to violence. Then petty issues. Petty issues we can always consider as singing of bhajans on a in a louder voice, or we can say slaughtering of cow. These become the issue for communal violence. Then failure of law and order. Obviously this is the major thing which is responsible for it, because see, intervention of police is not on time, and because of that small communal conflict convert into communal violence, and which creates lawlessness in the society. Then yatra by political leaders. Yes, definitely yatras by these political leaders have led to communal riots in many states like UP, Bihar, MP, Rajasthan, etc., especially to in the northern India, even in Gujarat. Then disappointment of Hindu community. See, Hindu community is a majority and minority communities are given importance. Why? Because they serve as vote bank, and that is why the Hindu community get disappointed, and that is why also this communal violences take place. Then religious conversion. Yes, Muslim fundamentalist as well as Christian fundamentalist try to convert the Hindus into Muslim and Christian community. Apart from that, role of foreign forces are also supplying weapons, and they are supplying money for training, and they are training the people residing in India to participate in the communal violence. Then Hindu militancy. See, sometimes even Hindus take part in this communal violence because they think that this minority are given more preference, more privilege as compared to Hindu community, and because of that they participate in the communal violence. Now, what are the consequences of it? See, consequences can be straight away: lawlessness in the society, disorder in the society, looting in the society, then massacre, then we can say molestation of women, say by one community, by other community. Then it is also that it affects the actual economy. See how? Because the foreign investor then don't invest in those region where communal riots are taking place. Even NRIs don't take interest to invest there. So these are the consequences. Now, what could be the measures to resolve communalism? Law and order administration. Definitely law and order, and actually police should intervene at required time so as to curb the communal violence. Then identification of communal element. The communal element should be identified, and then it should be severely punished who is taking part in the communal violence. Education. The curriculum should be designed such that children have tolerance for all the religions, and they think that they should think that all the religions are equal, and teachers should be trained in such a manner that they teach that all the religions are equal, and we should live with brotherhood. So communalism can be avoided. Then media can also play a very good role to curb communalism. Public awareness campaign should be run by the government and NGOs in order to resolve communalism. Then role of religious leaders. Yes, religious leaders of different religion should preach that not only our religion is better or our religion is superior, but they should preach that all the religions are good, and they should be respected, and there should be a feeling of tolerance in all the people. Then recognition of derecognition of communal political parties. Yes, the government should identify that if a party has direct or indirect role in the communalism or communal violence, then that party should be derecognized. Then those government employees who are not doing their duties properly, they should be punished during the time of communal violence, or if they are participating in the communal violence indirectly, then too they should be punished severely. Then setting up of the peace committee. See, local administrator, police, all these can participate to set up peace committees in that area where communal violence take place. For example, in Bhiwandi area, peace committee is set up. Bhiwandi is near Mumbai. Then special courts should be designed so as to take decision or to make decision for the communal violence at a faster pace. Now see, communalism actually is what? It is nothing but one religion, persons of one religion think that their religion is superior and their practices are superior to that of the other, and that is why these communal conflict take place, and these communal conflict then leads to the communal violence, and finally there is lawlessness in society. So we can say that we ourselves are responsible for these communal riots. We can always stop them if we have tolerance for other religion. Now in my next lecture we will see casteism, linguism and regionalism. Thank you.